Welcome back, guys. My name is Jake Thompson Hair. We're gonna be cutting some fringe today. We're gonna do it on somebody very special to me. I've known her for years. You guys are gonna love her. There's 3 things you need to assess when cutting a fringe. Stay tuned, it's coming right up. Angie Katsanevas, you are basically known as being one of the who's who in Utah. You guys started a very successful salon. You guys are, people to look up to. And it is an absolute honor to be able to give you a new look today.
Well, thanks, Jake. I'm looking forward to having you be the one to do it. I love your style.
Oh,
I love your work.
Thank you so much, I appreciate that. So, fringe. The thing that I think a lot of people are really scared of when it comes to fringe is it right for my face shape? Would you agree to that?
Yes, absolutely.
Where do you think your face shape is?
Well, my face shape, it's longer. It's more of an oblong, but I've always kind of struggled with finding the right look for my face shape. And is it flattering? Does it lengthen my face, or is it creating more width? So I'm always looking for the right length, the right style to go with my face shape.
Awesome. So yeah, and I mean, being in the industry like 20 something years, I think that I've run into the same thing because people are like, is fringe right for me? And so let's dissect your face shape just here really, really quick. You said it was a little bit more oblong. I would agree to that. Now oblong means that it's just a little bit longer, in length. And so your face shape is gonna be ideal, perfect for fringe. Because what it's gonna do is it's gonna make your face shape more oval after it's done. And so you're gonna focus on your beautiful jawline, your amazing lips, your amazing nose, your amazing chin, and it's gonna bring a lot of attention right to your eyes. It's gonna be so amazing. I'm super excited to do it today.
Oh, well, I love that. That all sounds so great to me. So
cool.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Guys, let's get right into it. Without further ado, let's cut some fringe. Cool. All right, guys, when it comes down to cutting fringe, there's 3 different things you want to consider. We already talked about face shape with Angie, but you want to consider texture and density, because if they have really, really thin hair, you want to make sure that the fringe is cut very little texture on the bottom or almost very blunt. And then if you have really, really thick hair, you want to make sure you're going to be taking out quite a bit of weight so it hangs really, really nicely. And then if they have the texture in their hair, if they have naturally straight hair, fringe can be cut fairly easy with that. You want to make sure it has a very soft texture at the bottom. But if the hair is very curly and or frizzy, you want to make sure that they know how to style it in order to get that type of fringe, whatever it may be. If it's curly, frizzy texture, make sure you cut it on the longer side because it's going to shrink up. Okay? So those three things are to consider. So let's get into this. So first off, on Angie's hair, I found to where you want to make sure that you're following that part, and it's usually there's that bone right there. That bone in itself is usually where you're going to be parting the hair from like the front to the back. So we found that out. We're gonna have the fringe be a little bit heavier, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the fringe, and then it's going to arc around, and we're gonna have a little bit more length that's gonna end about this specific area. So I have my triangle in front. I'm gonna start to take subsections, and then we're gonna cut that. So let's take that, let's get that right out of the way. Let's take some subsections. Here we go. One of the things I want you guys to consider when you're actually cutting a fringe like this is as you take those subsections down, make sure you can see your guide. That's super, super important. But you can see how when I was point cutting, the point cutting was very, very shallow. I want to make sure that hair at the bottom of the perimeter remains fairly thick, okay? Because we can always go in and detail that when we're done. So we're going to go ahead and dry that right now. And since she's been wearing a center part for a few years, we're gonna really try and make sure and blow dry so it doesn't have a part in there. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna be blow drying it with a Mason Pearson style brush and then a comb as well. So let's go ahead and do that right now, guys. Okay guys, so I'm gonna be adding a little bit of texture in here, and I wanna do this, I'm gonna do this with a texturizing scissor that I have, and this is actually only cuts about 20%, so it's very, very subtle, but I'm really just looking to soften up those edges just a little bit, because I don't wanna take them, I don't wanna make them too thin, I just really wanna soften it up, soften it up, soften it up. And so as you can see, we're doing that. Like this beginning shape is starting to look absolutely fabulous. It's awesome, you know? And like the really cool thing too is that the shortest point here, and then it really arcs around, and then you've got those longer points that are gonna connect, and it's really gonna bring her length in. And you're gonna see the focus, is this focus is gonna bring out the beautiful portion in her eye, her high cheekbone. It's gonna be awesome. The really cool thing as well is that I colored this not too long ago, and I really wanted to make sure that I colored her highlights and I put them in really, really soft as well, because we were kind of talking about fringe a while ago. Because if guys, whenever you're consulting with your clients, you wanna make sure that you're looking at what are your future plans for your hair? What are your future goals for your hair? And if you can start to set up those, you're gonna make sure that you have a direction you're going with somebody, whether you're growing out their hair. So, you know, because people wanna change their look. New fringe.
New fringe, I love them.
Yeah, you look amazing. Tell me your thoughts. How you feeling?
I feel amazing. I feel like they really took some years off me. I feel like they made me look more youthful because it took away from the length that I had. It opened my face up. It's drawing attention to my eyes. I love that it's exposing my cheekbones, and it's just making me look more fresh without a huge drastic change. Just brought that kind of fashion forward look, and just a pick-me-up that I've kind of needed. I've been wanting a change, and this is it. I love it.
You look awesome.
Thank you, Jay.
Seriously.
I feel amazing. Thank you.
You look amazing. It's been an absolute pleasure to give you a new look, a new identity. You know what I mean? Go out there, rock it.
You're never too old to look fresh and young, right?
Right,
Or
you're never too
good.
old. Yeah, that's 100%, man. And I
Feels
think
great.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because I think that, you know, a lot of times people feel like I can't pull this off because I'm this age, or, you know, whatever it may be. And I think that you're a perfect example of being able to, you know, take fashionista looks and make them current and make them, you know, wearable for your age. Because you're what, 21, is that right?
Well, 21 in dog years.
Yeah.
But no, you know, it's so true though, because, you know, I'm going to be 47, and I feel like they're still age appropriate, and it's a sleek look, and it's classic, and it really never goes out at any age.
Yeah, it's timeless.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for just being a model and being on today's show. So I really, really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Okay.
Love my new look.
Guys, I hope you really enjoyed what we did today. Tune in next week. We got another video coming. And again, thank you guys. Subscribe if you like it. You know, like this, share it. Give me some love, man. Hopefully you guys found some value in today's video. And other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having me.